Right, YouTube, Counterpunch Boxing. It's been a while. Did you miss me? I certainly missed you guys. Now, it's been about a month, I think, maybe. I don't know, we might be getting towards like a month and a half. I think the last video I made was like Gervonta Davis fought Gamboa. Wow, I had to think about it for a minute. Anyway, the title of the video. Okay, why I quit boxing YouTube. And just, I want to throw it out there right now. I'm going to continue, but I needed some time to think. I had to reflect, people, right? I had to do a little reflection. You know what I'm talking about. We've all done it in our lives. But, it just got to a point. I've been doing this for 3 years, I think, now on the YouTube channel. And, oh God, probably 7 or 8 years as an admin. I've been covering fights as press for 2 or 3 years. So, I got a pretty good resume. Not bad for a guy starting on Facebook, making comments and, made my way up to covering, big major fights, pay-per-view events, in fact. So anyway, you guys know. So why did I quit? And am I going to continue? Okay, let's go over to my group real quick, and then I'll let you guys know what is going on. Now, I want to kick it off by saying I didn't really post a video, kind of going over what happened because I didn't think anybody would care because, I mean, I get it. You come to the channel because it is a boxing channel and therefore you want boxing content. So, I just thought, well, I don't know. I don't want to be that guy that, what the hell is that? This is my group, guys, Counterpunch Boxing. You guys come check it out. Anyway, I didn't want to be that guy, so I wanted to keep it all about boxing. But, okay, number one, we're going to go down the list. I've got maybe 7 or 8 reasons, okay? And all the way from, the biased, corrupt media to the YouTube platform, to the unfairness. I mean, there's just a laundry list of problems that I have. Okay, number one, let's talk about boxing. As a whole, in general, I think it's dying. I mean, look at HBO, gone. Showtime is tanking. Even the new DAZN app, I don't think it's doing all that good. And think about this, like, once DAZN goes away, where does boxing go? I mean, what are they going to create, like, some other app, just think about it. If DAZN doesn't make it, what happens to boxing? Kind of a scary thought, right? Because, like I said, where do they go from there? Where do they go from there? I'm going to try to find you guys a picture or something to look at here. I don't know. Kell Brook just had a fight. Now they're talking about a Charlo fight. Good fight. We got Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury coming up. I'm actually excited about that, and I definitely will make a video covering that. But, let's talk about it. Okay, boxers getting paid, hundreds of millions of dollars, but we get garbage matchups. Right? I mean, look at the UFC. Look at any other major sport, NFL, baseball, you name it. The best play the best fight the best. But for whatever reason, boxers, like Canelo getting $300+ million, and we get these crap matchups. I'm even disappointed in Gennady Golovkin, one of my all-time, and that's a bold statement, all-time favorite fighters. Not doing much lately, So, and as a boxing fan, it's kind of hard to keep people interested when you say, okay, you've got a few guys that you follow, say you like Canelo, Triple G, Pacquiao, Thurman, whoever. Well, these guys are fighting twice a year, if you're lucky. And, they're fighting twice a year, but also who are they fighting? A lot of times it's a mandatory or just some fight we don't want to see. Okay, so that's one thing. Just boxing as a whole, I think, is just kind of deteriorating, right? And I think, another major issue is real boxing channels out there that they're not getting the credit or the following they deserve, okay? I mean, I could give you a million examples. I mean, top of my head, I just saw a post on Facebook, so it's on the top of my head. Look at Michael Montero, right? That dude should have 500,000 followers. I mean, insightful, educational, knowledgeable, good content, professional, covers fights, credibility. It checks all the boxes, but I think I have more subs than him, and I'm just a guy yelling into a microphone on a cell phone. Meanwhile, you have channels like Ego or Dante's Boxing Nation or these newly created channels that have just thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of followers. That shows you the direction that boxing is going in. It's definitely the wrong direction. Like I said, you have channels like the one I just mentioned, not getting. I don't feel, and I'm not trying to put him or his channel down. In fact, it's a huge compliment. They're not getting channels like mine. We are not getting, I don't think, the attention or the following that we deserve. I mean, here's a prime example. I can put out a video, talking about, some really good stuff, talking about, breaking down a fight, or, just anything, talking about a recent matchup. And, I might get 200 or 300 views, but if I put a picture up of Gervonta Davis getting arrested, I get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 views. So I just think the real boxing fans have died off. And I've also started another YouTube channel, and I've told you guys this in the past, that, I can put in half the work on another platform covering a completely different topic and get, 2 or 3 times the reward. And I've done this. I've already done it. So I'm not just talking out of my ass here, right? I mean, I created another YouTube channel, and it's already doing better than my boxing channel that I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into for the past 3 years. And I've only had it going for a month, but it's already doing better than a well-established boxing channel. And that's the thing. YouTube does not support boxing on their platform. You guys have to understand that, because it's considered violent, and it's not really family friendly, things like that. Therefore, you're not in their algorithm. They're not going to promote. They're not going to get behind your channel like they would if you're covering gaming or movies or music or whatever it may be. That's another problem I have. Okay, another major issue is the copyright issues, okay? We have channels out there, like, say, for example, like Rummy's Corner, or what is the other one, like Motive Media, whatever. These guys can use an entire fight in one of their videos. They'll take a clip from DAZN, from an old one from HBO, ESPN, Premier Boxing Champions, whoever, and nothing happens to them. Meanwhile, I got a copyright strike because I was recording an open media workout, right? This is during Canelo Chavez, I believe. And somebody was playing music in the background on their phone, okay? Let me paint the picture for you here. I'm recording the open media workout. Someone is playing music in the background, and I got hit with a copyright. Because I repeat, someone was playing music on their phone, and somehow it just got picked up, with a little web bot or whatever, and I got a copyright. Another prime example, I put out a video right after the Pacquiao Jeff Horn fight, okay? And, basically, I said, yeah, I think he cheated, or he fought dirty. He was using elbows and this, that, and the other. And that video had 500,000 views, okay? That one video I did had 500,000 views, and I got a copyright. And Jeff Horn himself actually, sent me a message. They were threatening to sue me because I used a screenshot of the fight of Jeff Horn elbowing Pacquiao. Remember Pacquiao had that big cut over his eye, and Top Rank, basically YouTube sent me an email saying they took it down. I didn't have a choice, but that video made, like $300-400. And then they were saying that, Top Rank could possibly sue me for that money. And then Jeff Horn personally sent me a message, saying that I needed to take down all content of Jeff Horn, or they were basically threatening legal action for copyright infringement. Meanwhile, you can go to another channel, and I did this already. They were showing the entire Pacquiao Jeff Horn fight, and nothing happened. Do you see the unfairness here? Do you see there's just so many. I could sit on here for an hour and give you example after example after example. So the thing is, if you're not going to be biased and you're not going to lie about certain fighters, then they'll pull it down. They will not promote your channel. They'll pull it down. They'll hit you with a copyright, whatever. Like I said, the larger channels allowed to use copyright material, but meanwhile, channels like mine, I can't even have some guy listening to music in the background. You could barely hear it, and I got hit with a copyright. You know, and now YouTube, another major issue I have is all of these channels, they're in it for the money. I came onto YouTube because I love boxing, and I wanted to bring you guys good content, entertainment, whatever. And I think I did that over the past 3 years. Actually more than, it's more like 4 years damn near now. Okay. But these channels out here, it's all about pushing merchandise or monetization or, super chats or donations or PayPal. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I said, you can have a video from a very knowledgeable, credible channel, and it might get 300, 400, 500 views. Meanwhile, so-and-so claps back at Mayweather, or Gervonta Davis clapping back. Just garbage. And that video has 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. It's like TMZ. It's not even boxing, So that's really my issue. That, and I don't think the boxing fans, a lot of it falls on your shoulders. Yes, a lot of you are hardcores and you've supported my channel, and I'm great, forever grateful of that. But there's a lot of you guys out there that you don't. Prime example, I watched a video today, okay? And it was this dude. He literally flew from one state to another state in order to interview a fighter. He does the interview, puts it on social media, and he had 3 or 4 likes. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, wait a minute, this guy got in an airplane, paid for a ticket, got a hotel, got an Uber, went and interviewed this guy, and 4 people liked it? Didn't even comment on the post. And that's incredibly common on social media. Like I said, meanwhile, you have other channels or other people, so-and-so gets in a car wreck or this or that, and it just blows up. So, and again, you have to work 10 times harder than you do if you have a channel that's another topic, I don't know how to say that properly, but you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, it's very, very, very difficult to make it on YouTube covering boxing, and it's a thankless task. There really isn't a reward. I mean, I even showed you guys a few videos ago of the money that I make on YouTube, and it's an absolute joke. I mean, I'm lucky to break $200-300, and that was when I was posting a video every day, staying with the current news. And I know what you're probably thinking, oh, your channel sucks, so don't blame YouTube, don't blame. No, that's not true, because like I said, okay, let's look at T Street, right? That dude has an awesome platform, awesome. But go look at his views. Hit pause, go to his channel. All the videos he's putting out, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. He's lucky if he'll hit 4,000, something like that. Meanwhile, like I said, you have these clickbait, just bullshit channels out there that have this huge following, so there isn't an available audience for a channel like mine. But I'm going to continue. I'm going to keep it going. I'm not going to throw it away. I put a lot of hard work into this. Maybe I'll make changes. I don't know. And I do understand that, yes, I need to improve the channel, as far as the overall look. I need to start doing editing and intros and outros. I get it, but my point there too, or my argument there would be, well, wait a minute. There's a ton of channels that already do that. I just mentioned Michael Montero. He has a great channel, a great platform, but I have a larger following than him. I mean, go figure. Like I said, a guy yelling into a $30 microphone on a crappy cell phone. Meanwhile, this guy, does everything right and should have 20 times the followers that he does have. And again, that's not an insult. That's a compliment to him, but it's an example because, because I know you guys are familiar with him. So I want to, give you an example that I know you can understand. So that is my issue with boxing, and especially YouTube boxing. It is impossible to make it anymore. But, again, I don't think I'm going to throw it away. And I guess I want to hear what you think about it. Just to kind of recap, I have just a huge problem. Like I said, YouTube does not support boxing at all. In fact, they throttle it. Okay, number one. Number two, I get hit with a copyright for just an honest, innocent mistake. Meanwhile, other channels are using hours of footage. Like I said, they'll upload an entire fight on their channel, but as long as they say something positive about that fighter, they don't hit them with a copyright. And you guys know, I speak my mind. I tell the truth, so, it's just, this is how it is. Maybe I should just get in line like the rest of them. I don't know, And like I said, the boxing fans, I just think that, you know, you guys are dying off. I mean, you know, just look at the YouTube channels. I mean, like I said, the newer popular channels now, it's some, you know, some guy with his face like, you know, 2 inches away from the phone, you know, yelling into his phone. Like that's like the new popular thing now. And I'm just not about that. You know, I just can't do that. You know, I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, you know, so, but I wanted to get on here and at least tell you guys what was going on, because I've had a lot of people hit me up and things like that. But again, I just, you know, I don't know. I just feel like no one would care, number one. Number two, you know, it's a boxing channel. So, but I will be back, okay? And I am going to make a few changes. I'll give it another go. We'll try it again. We'll see what happens. But I got to tell you, this is my final attempt, you know? And hey, and you know, I do want to say we hit 4 million views. You know, we're close to 10,000 subs, but the channel has it's basically froze out. You know, and I think I'm to a point. I mean, have I just basically leveled out? Have I hit the ceiling? I mean, is there nowhere to go from here? I don't know. So I'll make changes, and then maybe it'll grow. And if it doesn't, then I'm done. And actually, if anybody wants the channel, you can have it. So like I said, I'll try it again. But I thought about this. I'm going to do a channel giveaway. If, you know, I'm not just going to delete it. I'll give you my passcode, my password, and you can have it. So I'm going to try one more time. So I don't know, guys. I'll be back soon. Like I said, we got a fight coming up. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. I'm really excited for that one. Kell Brook just had a fight. You know, congrats to Kell. Now they're talking about, you know, a possible fight with Brook and, who was it? Brook and Charlo. And Charlo, which is a good fight. I mean, hey, nothing against that. Canelo, they're talking about Smith. Okay, I don't have a problem with that either. Gennady Golovkin got another mandatory coming up. I do have a problem with that because, like I said, these guys are getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, I just think they need to step up their game. You know, you got to do a little bit better than a mandatory in my eyes. So, and you know, especially when they said, you know, we don't care about the belts, forget the belts. You know, now, oh, we got a belt, we got to defend it. You know, whatever. You know, again, I just have a ton of problems right now with the whole thing. So I don't know, guys. I've already made it too long. Tell me what you think. Leave it below. Oh crap! Gotta turn it off now. All right, guys. See you on the next one.